Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we did a couple of more side quests. We finally went and was able to go to that Coliseum looking place in Waloed. That was really more of a prison / experimental facility than it was a Coliseum. And we did another side quest for Mid. Now I guess I'll do this side quest for well, who has this side quest up here? I'm gonna have to check that out. Can I make anything with you yet? Might as well check. Literally right here. Not quite yet. Almost there. Gotta do some hunts though.
Anything else?
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen our show.
Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children.
Back for another
It
part?
inspired 'em all
We've
to
got
become
screws
writers
and bolts and
themselves.
nails and knobbles and noodles and
We'll need to find some more parchment then.
When you return, would you mind teaching the children another lesson?
Has
Clive just runs away.
mentioned your project yet?
Not exactly.
I will not let them be forgotten.
What's up, dude? Dude I've never seen before, whose name is Herman. The Herminator.
Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather,
Dude, you just spit all over my face saying that.
it was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. but the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you. The plains of Vida Grace have haunted my dreams since I escaped from the orphanage. I can't say I was looking forward to returning.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was odd that a closed-up house was over there. I thought maybe perhaps that could turn into something as well. Because I do remember when I checked this place out earlier, there is a house here and all the doors were closed and stuff. So I did wonder if there maybe could be something more to that. And there is.
This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry. Sounds like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. And where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Fuck you.
Nice try. Nice try. I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Cid, did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Cid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you. The realm will hear of Badbach. And I pray that the tale of my fallen friends will spare future generations the horror we endured. Thank you for helping keep their memory alive.
Kind of took a long way around here to get to Gav. Alright, Gaff, your turn.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's nowt luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this. Can't say I've ever seen a silver chocobo myself, but I have seen one of their feathers. Look just like a normal one, only silver, obviously. Well, grey.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gutted hovel, not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
The feller who claimed he was attacked didn't linger here long. Said he was gonna go back and capture it. Prove us all wrong. And that was the last we ever heard of him.
Wonderful creatures chocobos are. They're fast, strong, loyal, and best of all, they won't balk if you point them into the belly of a flood. Thick skins these birds have. Thicker than most, at least. Now, leave it for too long and they'll turn.
You look like you could do with a drink. When I was a little girl...
My family owned a bear. They let her sleep in the corner of the barn and had her play with me and teach me letters. We never ate together or slept under the same roof, but even so, she was like family. I was with her on the day she died. She held me in her arms and whispered in my ear, "My darling Martha, I'm so glad you didn't awaken." It was only years later that I found out she wasn't just a servant, she was my grandmother.
My grandmother?
And I watched her die in the corner of the barn on a pile of old straw.
I swore then and there.
I was going to do everything in my power to bring an end to all this, to never stop fighting until the day when bears can live free, just like she deserved to. And you know what? When I see that glint in your eyes, I reckon that day might be along sooner than I dared to hope. Weren't long after Rosalith got ransacked that Sir Wade and his men turned up at our gates begging for shelter.
Put the wind right up us.
It did, the state of them, all dressed in filthy rags. We were worried they might be cutthroats come to thieve and pillage. But some of the folk they'd hoped escape from the capital recognized them and set us right.
And thank goodness they did.
I couldn't have dreamed of better guests than the Guardians, the way they took the bears under their wing and taught the Blood Axes how to fight like true shields of Rosaria. And when night fell, and they'd all gather around the bonfire to sing songs of the old duchy, why, it was enough to bring a tear to your eye.
Like being back in the glory days.
It was. With them, the knights in shining armor come riding to the rescue.
Half of me wishes they hadn't left.
For Eastpool, but the other half knows they're better up there. They're better off up there, and they're only a stone's throw away if we need them. And we're just down here if they ever need us, 'cause that's what Rosaria's about. Not preening knights and mooning maidens, but proud, hard-working men and women helping one another out.
It ain't exactly a bed of roses.
Right now, we've got aether floods cropping up all over, and new arrivals turning up at the gates near enough every day, begging for us to take them in. Ever since the skies turned, it's been a struggle just to survive, but you won't hear any of us complaining. Not least because we're finally free of the Empire's grip. The garrison's been pulled back east, and the few remaining black shields have gone with them. Which also means we don't have to fear for our bears no more. We can even treat them like the human beings they are, just like they're doing up in Eastpool.
And that's just a start.
If we can make a good go of Eastpool, it'll show the rest of the realm you can live without magic, without slaves, that we can all be free.
Give the others my regards.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now, let's get this stall set out.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
The hills around the rest are crawling with wild chocobos. If you're not too picky about the colour of their plumes.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashi jars couldn't hurt me.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Every few years someone comes along claiming they've sighted a silver bow, but the truth of the matter is, there ain't no such thing. You'll find nothing but bloodflies and bandits on Rhiannon's ride. Mark my words.
Can hardly make out a plummet thing. All for a sunny day.
Straight home now. Drags. Not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. A chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
It was no trouble at all. Still, I appreciate it. Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
I don't want Gav to give up being a scout, honest.
Okay, I didn't say you did.
I don't want Gav to give up being a scout, honest.
I'm not so sure you do. Or you don't.
Say what you will.
Lady Karen has seen our...
Do you think Sid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I doubt it. I had his leave
was just about to go in. But then I thought it might be better if you went first. What with you being the head of the family and all.
Gav, I see right through you in this whole ordeal. You want to be a stepdaddy, don't you?
How can I help you, Clive? And no sooner have your wounds mended.
Then you find an excuse to go charging once more into the breach. But only because my wounds are mended. Thanks to the expert ministrations of the best healer this side of the belt. Save your honeyed tongue for Jill. You're talking about killing a god, Clive.
While I may not have Gav's nose.
I know danger when I smell it, and this plan reeks to high heaven. This will be the last time, I promise.
That's what I'm worried about.
You fool, don't you think I'd rather stitch 1,000 of your cuts than never stitch one again?
I do.
Thank you.
What I truly like
is to share my knowledge of healing and herblore with the realm. Every cure seems like a miracle to the child who knows nothing of medicine.
But teach her medicine.
And suddenly a world without miracles doesn't seem so frightening.
Try to stay out of trouble.
You nearly collapsed back there.
Ty's tea stopped the fizz.
I'll be
I
fine.
only hope this
Yes, my lord? His Grace and I.
Often spoke of on our travels, and a certain saying of his remains with me even now. Duty is the enemy of freedom.
At first.
I thought he spoke of his own plight, that though he was able to roam the land again, his duty to unearth the truth about Ultima prevented him from being truly free. But I came to understand that he spoke not of himself, but of me.
It was my duty to him.
That his grace judged to be inimical to my own freedom. I believe that this is why he bade me remain here, that I might at last be released from my duty to him. Few others in his position would allow the cares of a humble attendant to weigh so heavily upon them, nor take such drastic action in response.
My lord.
You are resolved to go, then?
I am.
And so is Joshua. I know you fear for him, but I'll do everything in my power to keep him safe.
I do not doubt it.
You are, as you have always been, his first shield. I was only ever his temporary protector. Now his grace has bade me protect the hideaway instead, and that is what I shall do.
Thank you, Yote.
May you return safely.
To us, my lord, both of you.
May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
Ah, you know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times.
Does want to be a stepdaddy. I fucking knew it.
Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
That was probably one of my favorite cutscenes in the game.
Too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
When Gav was telling us what happened when he was young. I like that scene, and I like the way they implemented the music with that. I thought that was well done.
After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I think Gav honestly might be my favorite character in this game.
I know.
One of these days. One of these days, I swear it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Do you think they'll come back?
Why'd he run off like that?
It's just a big crystal.
Just to go back over here?
Here he is.
Work had only just started on the old hideaway when Sid took me in. The plan was to make it a safe haven for the bears, and for the bears we were gonna free. I remember when the first ones moved in, they'd hardly dare look at you in the eye, let alone speak to you.
But over time,
they started to thaw. They stopped being slaves and became a family, and the hideaway their home. I'll be the same with Etta and her little one, I'm sure. They can make a new home here, with a new family. And with the best big brother in the whole wide world to look after them. Here, what are you looking so smug for? I'm talking about me.
Go and give that fucker one for me.
I don't suppose you're here to reprise the Saint and the Sectary. That's my boy.
Treasure hunt. What? You didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know? I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're gonna go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long and someday more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose, in that case, I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless mid. Three more treasures, but only one more side quest at the moment. Maybe I will get some more once I complete this last side quest. Or maybe there's still more after the next encounter with Ultima at the floating crystal. Alright, I'll end this one here. Until next time.